His life took a sudden turn right after his mother died. People came up to the funeral but didn't have his side. He didn't know his pop, so they gave him to the state. Now all he does is pray, just waiting for that day that he could say I'm all good. But he's waking up depressed just to shiver to that unforgiving cold of 55th. He wondered as a kid, how would it be to live this American dream that they tell us we can get? They told him go to college and that guarantees a job. He said I'm sick of people always telling me these lies. It's funny how they try to keep us on the high, dreaming that we doing something when we barely getting by. He always seen these brothers with their money counting hundreds while his money's getting shorter, counting quarters like a dummy. The time came for him to make a sudden change, so he stepped into the life for the money-driven gangs. Now he's twisting his fingers and shaking up with the OGs. He sold weed, and in the matter of 4 weeks, he sold pills, but when his customers OD, he didn't care just cause his pockets were obese. The cold cheese brought the life that he was forced in. Upon the search for the fame and the fortune, his baby moms and daughter, they needed him to support them. He knew that feeling after growing up an orphan, so then he vowed that he'll probably take you out if you taking food out his child's innocent mouth. So now it's clear that he was willing to kill to keep the dream he chased, but he ain't know if it's real. Cause soon enough he started carrying your guns, thinking that would help protect the business he runs. Trying to be on the level he knew his enemy zone. Went from getting by to getting anything that he wants. The dimes turned to quarters and nick bags, was turning to crack that brought him money in big bags. Spent all his money till there was nothing to give back. He spent it on gas and put himself in a big trap. And the police kicked in the door in the trap house. They threw in the flashbangs. His vision was blacked out. He started to lash out, pulling his gas out and emptying the clip without no vision like black blow, black blow. The dream wasn't as real as the person on the floor that he ain't wanted to kill. Just seeing his daughter up in the pool of her blood, he accidentally killed the only person he loved. So they put him in cuffs and then they threw him in jail, convicting him of murdering the people he killed. Then the judge said, alright, 25 to life. Ironically, he was just turning 25 that night. All they gave him was a suit and a 6-digit name, a claustrophobic cell that they gave him to think. Then the jail life started to just pick at his brain until he started to think that he was really insane. So he took off his jumpsuit and then he made a noose that his head could fit up through, and then he tied it tight up on his neck. And as he put his body about as high above the bed, he started thinking of the reasons why he doesn't want to live. And he started to just feel this inevitable grip as he started to believe that the devil does exist. So he took a deep breath and took his last step, suspended in the air as he fell to his death. And the last tear that fell from his corpse was as heavy as a horse as it fell to the floor. And then they felt the strong impact of that hurt from this child who had failed on his search for a church in the wild now. Yeah, what's up, y'all? I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I hope that y'all understood it, found every moral behind it that was upstanding. And if you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what that story pretty much brings out. This is what it means. All of the things that are depicted on the media, on TV, that is shown to our youth nowadays is not what it's all cracked up to be. The individual in that story, the individual in every story that is connected to that sounds just like that, ends up becoming something that is depicted on TV as glamorous, turns out being where it either brings you to jail or death. The idea of glorifying a lot of things that is destroying our youth today, not only our youth, but destroying our society today, is being glorified and put at a higher upstanding position than it should be put at. And the reality of the situation, that is the only thing that it brings you to. I'm not saying anything against anyone who depicts that type of behavior, but I'm saying that I'm not, as an artist, going to make that something that I stand for. So that's what I got for you today. Hopefully y'all subscribe, and hopefully y'all check out all the rest of our videos as the G Twins. I love y'all to death.